Oh, I've got a worm as well.
Hey mate, what do you think of CeramicSpeed?
I just did, Chris.
What do you got there? Oh, that's what used to be on my bike. That's what's going on my bike. Good morning. Welcome to a bike shop. So I've got a problem. I keep getting dropped at races and on training rides.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you train harder or do you just get nicer things?
Well, as Chris Miller once said, don't ride upgrades, buy upgrades.
Any other bearings in the market, ceramic bearings in the market, it's a harder material, it's a harder ceramic, and the durability as well. So the way they make, the ceramic itself comes as in a powder kind of thing and then goes in the mold, and that molds get pressed high temperatures, and then the bearing itself get polished over almost 30 days. If you get to the black coated one, it's even longer, the process to produce one single ball bearing. A normal pulley, which is pretty much bends your chain a little bit more than the big size, so therefore there's less resistance, so save you watts after all, so, and helps on the shifting as well.
So it does help shifting?
Yeah,
okay.
It's much smoother and allows you to use a bigger cassette as well.
This is very much a marginal gain. I mean, I'm sure you've heard that term thrown around a lot in the cycling world. Bit of a marginal gain here, just trying to improve what is already a flagship group set, just a tiny bit. So we've got the oversized pulley wheel system here, and then a regular Dura Ace cage there. On my bike, I'm not going to have the oversized pulleys. I have a regular set of pulley wheels. They're just CeramicSpeed pulleys, but they're the same size. The only way I could describe this as an upgrade is it's almost as if you're spending money under the hood of your car. You're spending money on the engine per se. You're not really upgrading the superficial things that look really cool.
How's your first ride review?
Oh, it's the best thing ever. I'm gonna save 1,000 watts with this.
I think you just got the KOM on that
Yeah, absolutely.
the circuit.
Yeah, boy.
Suppose we need to test these things, eh?
Yeah. Come and steal Michael's KOM up bobbin head. We'll see if that works.
I do love the fact that I pulled up to do this shot and a friggin' street cleaner came past. So what we'll do, we're gonna jump on the bike, I'm gonna go test these out, go out for a ride. Full disclosure, this is not the first ride. I actually went for a ride yesterday and the day before on them. Only thing was I was riding but with Angus on the day. So it was really kind of hard to say, hey look, I'm riding away from you because I have this amazing new thing. What really interests me about this stuff is not so much the performance gains, but how it actually holds up. I think we're in a pretty good position to do that. Let's go meet Junior. No, I'm not talking about Angus's blue helmet. I don't know how we introed the blue helmet, but anyway. I keep hitting cat's eyes doing this. Right, mate, what do you reckon about these things?
Yeah. So I've been riding the CeramicSpeed for a couple of days now. It's sort of similar to things like your aero helmets, your skin suits, shoe covers, all those kinds of things. You can't actually feel it making you faster while you ride. You know it actually makes you faster. It's wind tunnel tested, it actually makes you quicker. This obviously isn't tested in a wind tunnel, it's not an aerodynamic thing, but... So the benefit's not speed dependent, you don't have to be going at 40 k's an hour to get your 10 watt savings or anything like that. I believe it's RPM dependent, which means that for things like climbs and all that kind of stuff, you'll still have your benefit, whereas aero gear steadily decreases the slower you go. I expect it to last for a long time. It's a quality component, made to a very high standard, all those kinds of things, so I'm expecting it to last, from what I've read, longer than a steel bearing, and I reckon if you could take care of it fairly well, it's one of those things which you could have last significantly longer than other things. I mean, if you get a new group set, something like a jockey wheel or even a cage, just keep those benefits going all the way.
What I find really interesting about this is it is different. It is really, really different. Like, if you look at CeramicSpeed and what they're trying to do with that whole like no resistance drive chain thing, which looks ridiculous, the fact that they're trying it from that angle, to me, is really, really interesting. Now, I'm not going to sit here today and tell you that you're going to be 10 meters up the road every time you put this on. I will say that I PR'd, top 5'd at Kuna Bay yesterday on my second repeat. But that was more due to the fact that I was sitting on a very, very fit Angus Calder's wheel for a good 3/4 of it. Get one of those. They're really good, actually. Just riding up Bobbin Head East at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it in the big ring and go out of the saddle for a while. It's quite bumpy. And really just slop around the gears. See if I can put it under a bit of pressure. This won't be attractive. That was pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth. If you're concerned about like how it affects the shifting, I can tell you right now it affects the shifting, but oh my God, really good. Definitely noticed under load, fatigued, slopping around the gears as you normally do when you are. The word I would use is, oh, this is gonna sound terrible, but it did lack resistance. The other thing I have to mention is just how quiet it is. Okay, here we go, big ring. It is deathly quiet. I think I said the other day that the 5000s are quite a loud tyre. That's all I can hear. You know, I put that video up the other day of the team's season, and just sifting back through the footage, oh my God, we raced in some horrific conditions. You know, if you see us at Tour of the Great South Coast taking off our oversized jockey wheels because we legitimately can't run them in the slop, then you'll know that they probably don't maintain very well. So the aesthetics, specifically the OSPW jockey wheels, I don't love it. Look, it's pretty out there. It's pretty aggressive. I must admit, I do sort of prefer the kind of classic looking derailleur. I may grow to love the aesthetic of it, especially if it makes me that much faster. It probably, in a weird way, I think might even suit more of a road bike. Like if it was on the Specialisma, maybe actually once I get a set of deep dish wheels on, that might change my opinion on it. But just like with the C24 training alloys on, it just looks a little out of place, but that's just me. The vlogger had cleaned his friggin' bike before he did this, right? It's the charm. Look, I'm not under any illusion that there's not a serious financial investment to these products. I know that. And so when I say things, or all of us kind of saying things like, you know, we're not sure whether the performance gain's there, we're aware that that is bracketed around the concept that this is a premium product, so you really want to start seeing some benefits to it, whether that be performance, whether that be longevity, whether that be just purely cafe froth. I actually don't mind the aesthetic. Now I look at it again, it's growing on me. It's growing on me. One more thing today, okay? Contrary to popular belief, the bike tube is not folding. Turns out, don't write the comment description after a couple of drinks. Didn't quite make sense, did it? Team's continuing, just changing, that's all. It's been a pretty incredible year. It's been a pretty incredible and productive year for a few reasons, and one I can't beat around the bush. One of them is the fact that we've had Luke Mannion helping us out for a large part of this year. A lot of that footage that you saw in that little recap video was shot by Luke. More than that, like running bike teams, it's more about shooting nice footage on a bike. There's a lot of admin, and he's taken a lot of lifting off my shoulders with that. Now, that's enough of what he did. What he hasn't been doing is anything recently because of, well, we're going up. It's online.
Very exciting. It's an external fixation on the lower leg with 3 rings that are attached with screws into the tibia and the fibula. Essentially, it is
pretty serious bit of hardware.
How's life on the external fixation Facebook group?
deadly. I tell you what, you don't want to have an infection and be posting it on there. It's generally, if you post a picture of your pin site wound and you have to ask, is this infected? Chances are it's infected. Be, yeah.
Now Luke doesn't know it yet, but a huge part of the rehab from that is going to be dropping some kilos. So one of the things we're going to be doing next year in this vlog will be losing some weight for him. Alrighty guys, next couple of weeks are super busy, but looking forward to it. See you now.